Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Geeky Smash.
You gotta smash. Geeky already did smash.
Geeky Smash. Yeah, so, you know what's gonna happen, right? MCU Phase 4, they're gonna get rid of the rest of the troublesome, problematic male Avengers.
Well, you know, Phase 4 is supposed to be diverse, and as we know, by Hollywood standards, that means women. Or, you know, LGBTQ, but mostly women.
Preferably both. Preferably both.
Well, no, I think even the gay couple that they're going to have in Eternals are two men, aren't they?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
So I'm just like,
I haven't been paying attention to Eternals.
Diversity means mostly women.
Mostly women.
According to Hollywood.
All right, so this is a rumor, but you know what? It makes too damn much sense to not happen. The rumor is that Hulk might be killed off in She-Hulk.
That's right.
Because we know that Dana Schwartz hates men.
Because she just loves men so much. Of course, she'd keep him in the show.
All right, so this is coming from We Got This Covered. We'll go out to the original version here first, and it's weird. It's really weird looking at Edward Norton's Hulk face.
Yeah. After
looking at Mark Ruffalo for so long, because he looks, I don't know, he doesn't look quite right anymore. But yeah, so they're saying that they're probably going to kill off Hulk.
The rumor is that they're going to get rid of him, and I guess they said that people who had been sources in the past who were correct said that he's set to have a recurring role in She-Hulk, but then it's going to see him getting killed off because he's going to sacrifice himself. So, you know, you have to have a strong female character, but, you know, the man has to sacrifice himself for the woman. But to me, it seems like, wouldn't the woman just save his ass?
Yeah, I don't understand. So we can't have two. We can't have, because look, when I was a kid and I read Avengers comics, and She-Hulk and Hulk coexisted just fine in the same universe. But this again seems...
That's crazy talk. That was before women were better.
That's before women were better.
Before diversity, which means all women.
Yeah, and there was a mutual respect. They were cousins, you know? Kind of like, I don't know what the deal is with every female version of a superhero has to be the cousin of...
Is that how it works?
With like Superman and Supergirl and all that.
Well, you know what's weird is they get their powers from an external force, so them being a cousin should have no bearing on it.
It shouldn't. But anyway, we do know that we have Dana Schwartz working on this show.
Oh, yay.
She does not like men.
No, she's not.
She is very, very salty about men. I think she's had a couple of bad relationships.
Oh, yeah, I gather that from her comments.
And it's interesting, though, because you contrast it in the article here with what's going on at Disneyland with their Marvel Land.
Right.
And they're basically pretending the snap never happened so they can have all the original Avengers in this land.
Yeah, if you wanted to keep the Avengers, the original Avengers, people would like that. Why the hell did you do the Thanos movies?
Yeah, well, I think they were going to do that. Well, one, contract reasons, obviously, because some of these actors...
but I'm thinking, do they regret that decision?
Oh, I bet they do. I bet they do. I bet... Somebody at Disney is like, oh, that's great. Endgame made a ton of money, but damn it, what do we do next?
Well, they're bringing Tony Stark back likely as an AI in the movie.
That's stupid.
In the movies, yeah. He's not going to be gone.
Right.
Then why kill him in the first place?
Because they can never... Well, no, I'm telling you, what they're going to do is they're going to use the whole multiverse bullshit to either undo some of the decisions they made, or they're going to reboot the entire Marvel universe with younger, cheaper actors.
They said, even in the other article, over here, they mentioned Young Avengers in here. They said up here that they're talking about the way the Marvel MCU is going. And so the majority of the original Avengers had left in the rearview mirror. And they're talking about people being gone. Here's what they mentioned about him being an AI and what happened among this somewhere.
Well, yeah, it seems like they're setting it up for another Avengers movie with it all new, all different characters. You're going to have She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel, and Kate Bishop is replacing... So let me get this straight. So the characters the original Avengers they didn't kill off in the movies. They're going to wait for Disney Plus to sideline them. Right,
and then they're going to put women, and mostly women, in their positions.
But you know who's not...
That's what diversity is.
That's what diversity is. You know who's not going to get sidelined is Carol Danvers.
Oh, no. She's going to be leading all the women.
She's going to be leading all the all-new, all-different, all-gender-bent Avengers.
That's right.
So I don't know how this is going to go.
Especially right now. I mean, Disney, and I said this in the article, this is colossally dumb because you're already hemorrhaging money. You're already starting. We're going to talk about another video about some of the stuff that's going on in the parks where they're starting to raise prices already, even though the parks aren't reopened.
Yeah,
you're hemorrhaging money. You're making bad decisions. The audiences are losing interest, and your answer is to do this.
Yeah, I think Disney going forward, I mean, this is what their roadmap was before our own snap in the real world, right? I think this is a roadmap, but I think now Disney's going to be like, oh my God, we got to make money. We can't afford to take chances on movies and spend, millions, billions of dollars virtue signaling. We're going to have to actually make movies that make money. And at this point, I could completely 100% see them bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as actual Tony Stark, throw buckets of money at him because that actually would bring people back and just be like, oh, this is a multiverse version of Tony. We pulled him in from, another universe.
People are going to be all about the multiverse. So because they get confusing really fast.
I think it's going to get really
they're
confusing.
saying they were going to bring him back anyway. They were going to have Robert Downey Jr. come back as an AI. So they were
for
already...
Ironheart?
Probably.
Yeah.
So that this is what's going on. And then, it doesn't do you any favors when you have your writer for She-Hulk out there shooting her mouth off, constantly bashing men at every chance she gets. Because, the population of the world, a big part of it are men. A big part of the Marvel fan base are men, and I'm sorry that you personally don't like men, but you can take your sexist hot takes and keep them to yourself if you're working for another company because you're just going to chase off that audience. And there were a lot of guys who said they were really looking forward to She-Hulk, and now they don't want to watch it because of this writer.
I would watch John Byrne's She-Hulk. John Byrne did the She-Hulk books back in the 80s, and they were really good, and they were really funny, and it was really well done, and I would watch the hell out of that, but the vibe I'm getting from Dana Schwartz is this is going to be hella political. She's going to make sure she thrashes men at every turn. Even if Hulk sacrifices himself, there's going to be a twist. There's going to be a twist because we can't have the Hulk be that good of a guy. No. That he would sacrifice himself for her.
No, she'll have to make some dig. It was an accident because he was being a douche or something. And I'm sure we're going to get the Hulk from Endgame too, which was such a delight.
Yeah, so these are the kinds of tweets she makes, and they really, like, Disney,
she pulled this one down.
She pulled it down, yeah.
Because all the media took it on.
The media's taking on everything she says. COVID-19 is going to be like the rise of Skywalker. It's a nightmare. It's going to be a struggle, but then we're going to come out the other side and pretend it never happened. Also, we're not going to be able to fully grasp what went down without reading a ton of extra literature. Kind of funny, but inappropriate.
Yeah. I mean,
she's fandom menace.
Oh no, she just made a whole post in the past about how The Last Jedi was genius and brilliant and
that's a whole.
Because everybody gets a participation trophy and that that kind of is up her alley. Anyway,
this one, every straight relationship, Oscar the Grouch with Nicole Kidman. Is he a Scientologist?
The joke's on her. Everybody loves Oscar the Grouch.
I know. Everybody loves Oscar. And he's got, people don't realize, and Squid King has pointed this out because Squid King saw the movie when he was little. My God, we had to watch Elmo and Grouchland
I do remember that.
So many effing times.
Yes, I remember.
Oscar has, a freaking penthouse inside his garbage can. Everybody's like, oh, look at Oscar living in the garbage can. No, it's like a Mario pipe. He goes down inside the garbage can and he's got a freaking palatial spread. He's got little warp pipes that go to Grouchland. I mean, that's where all the crap he pulls stuff out of his can. You're like, how's it fit in there? Because he's got hammer space in this damn trash can.
Yeah, so if you're gonna marry someone, he might be a good person to, if you want a big house with lots of space.
Well, that's the thing. In New York, you're not going to find any eligible bachelors that have that kind of real estate. I'll tell you why Nicole Kidman is getting chummy with Oscar the Grouch, because she knows what the rents are like, and she knows what he's got in that can.
I just think she's hugging him because he's cute.
But I could be too.
Because Oscar's cute.
That could be too.
He's grouchy.
But
then she had posted back on Ralph Breaks the Internet, which is what we complained about it for, is that, my favorite thing about Ralph Breaks the Internet is that it figured out who the real villain of the internet is. Insecure, needy men who think women belong to them.
That was, okay.
That's why a lot of people hated the movie.
We ranted about Ralph Breaks the Internet, and it wasn't because it was, anti-man. It's because it was creepy as hell. Okay?
They made Ralph into something he never was before.
No, and, the original movie ended on a note that, hey, they were friends and that was great. And it was a sweet little movie. The second movie, one, it broke a whole bunch of rules established by the first movie because she basically is a selfish little witch. And she's
totally unlikable in the second movie. And then they're trying to say it's because Ralph is trying to be needy.
Yeah, it's Ralph's fault. But she goes turbo, and it's okay if she does it.
Right.
It's not okay if Turbo does it. And, they took this sweet relationship, and it got really freaking creepy because Ralph is, granted, they're both video game characters, but he's just a grown-ass man, and she's a little girl, and it's like this weird, like, controlling relationship divorce
that
thing
did not exist in the original.
Very, very weird, terrible movie. I will never watch it again. It's a piece of shit.
But she liked it, so that tells me all I need to know about her taste in anything.
Yeah, so, she makes digs like this all the time. So.
When she's not posting pictures of herself dressed provocatively, being like, I hate the male gaze, and then putting pictures up like that.
I don't get it. But, this is the person behind, or one of the people working on She-Hulk, and I totally believe they're going to do this.
Oh, 100% believe they're going to do this.
They've already tamed the Hulk. They've turned him into a hipster.
They made him Hipster Hulk, and it was stupid.
It's not Professor Hulk.
Stupid.
It was stupid. They just need to give him a man bun just to complete the whole thing.
So they basically neutered him at some point.
They neutered the Hulk, yeah.
Yeah, and now he knows his place. And
maybe death is preferable at this point.
Maybe.
I don't think he's going to Hulk out. Now they're saying that he's actually going to sacrifice himself against the Red Hulk, which might be kind of cool to have Red Hulk come into this. But yeah, I think we're going to see a neutered Hulk. And then we're going to see no Hulk, and then it's just all going to be She-Hulk.
Which people were okay with having She-Hulk. They were completely...
Yeah, I'm okay with She-Hulk.
There was a bunch of people, male and female, who were all about it. They were so about it wasn't funny. And now there was like, after that woman kept making the comments she was making on Twitter, they're like, I have no desire to see it now, just because her behavior is so appalling and Disney keeps letting her do it.
And that is a lesson that Disney and other studios needs to learn. People do look at your people and what they say online. And Dana Schwartz has been shooting her mouth off on Twitter for months and years, and she is allowed to have her opinions, but when you're trying to sell this show to everybody, and she clearly hates half the audience, it's gonna be a tough sell.
Well, and then the fact that she really does not, just like the director from the Harley Quinn or Birds of Prey movie, she doesn't have the background to be doing this anyway. She doesn't have the credits to be writing a Marvel TV show to begin with. And I'm sorry, she's on there going about men questioning her credentials. I'm a woman and I'm questioning your credentials because you don't really have any. You wrote a couple books. Whoa. Yeah. And a couple like screenplays for like indie things. Whoa.
That seems to be a running theme in Hollywood. Well,
it's not about skill. It's about what you got between your legs.
Yeah. And that is pre-snap though. Post-snap, I think things are absolutely going to change because these studios need to recoup money. They need to recoup it fast, and they're going to bet on sure things. They're not going to take chances. I don't think they would have greenlit this today, but this was set up a year ago, 2 years ago.
And here's the thing: there are plenty of women out in Hollywood that have the experience, have the chops, have written many things, who are good writers. There's a lot of comic book women who've written good things and were good writers. Why didn't you bring one of them in? Who had the actual credit, who actually liked the property, who had the experience to back it up? There's so many people who are out there that actually could get it done and aren't so extreme in their views. They would have made much better choices, and then you could have got the point across they wanted to hire more women, but they would have been women who deserved for the position or had the credentials to back up their reason for being hired.
How dare you?
I don't care. I'm just a place where I'm just like, F you, because I'm sick of all of it.
How dare a woman tell another woman she's not qualified for any job?
I'm not saying she's not qualified for any job. I'm just saying she's not qualified for this job.
You can't say that.
Yeah, what about? I just did.
Well, you just did. I can't say that.
You know what? I'm a woman and I wouldn't be qualified for this job. Nor would I ever think I should be. And I've written comics and I've written things and I'm a blog writer and I have probably a lot more basis of knowledge of a lot of stuff than she does. But I would never, ever, ever, ever think that I was qualified to do this because I know I'm not. And I wouldn't even attempt it because I know I'm not, and I would not do it the service and respect it deserves. Yet there are many, many women out there who could do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There are a lot of female comic writers. Even back in the 80s, there were surprisingly a lot of female comic book writers who would have been very qualified to.
Oh no, that doesn't happen. They just invented women being in charge of these things a few years ago, and now you don't need qualifications. Only qualification you need is a big mouth, a Twitter following, and a cooch.
I can't top that, so we're going to wrap this one up.
That's right.
Hulk is probably going to die. I don't know if anybody cares at this point. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Hey, guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.